today on 15 on 15.
Phase 2 of the Aruba Murals project is complete. Plus, these are this week's hottest topics. And meet this adorable spelling bee contestant. Thank you for joining us on another edition of 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 ATV with Daniela Piazzi. Let's get started with our latest local news topics. This week, the second part of the Aruba Murals project has kicked off. This art initiative in the heart of St. Nicholas is part of the plans to make St. Nicholas the cultural and historical capital of the island. With the intention to highlight St. Nicholas as the center of our cultural heritage, the Minister of Culture took the initiative to launch the Aruba Mural project to promote art and culture in our community. AMP is a public art project which receives support from the Department of Culture and financial support of UNOCA and the Aruba Airport and is overseen by creative artist Robert Trump. This week, the second phase of this Art in Public Spaces initiative has been complete. The first phase mostly focusing on art education and young talent in the island, and this phase focusing on professional artists. The latest mural, consisting of 5 walls that spell out Aruba, has been created by Aruban Dutch artist Sandro Angelo. Business in the St. Nicholas region overall has not been nearly the same since the closing of the Vallejo refinery in 2012. With overall the lack of a working force in the area, restaurants and retail stores have suffered. In an attempt to revitalize the area, the Ministry of Tourism and Culture has set a plan to make St. Nicholas the cultural and heritage capital of the island. The vision is to have 2 museums with Aruban artifacts, arts in public spaces, monuments, and cultural workshops in the city. But besides the cultural aspects, their downtown infrastructure will also be revitalized. In other news, as we have discussed on previous shows, this week Aruba receives a high traffic of tourism due to the Soul Beach Festival. Fans of the music genre have been flying down all week for this event, which has created a big amount of congestion in the Aruba Airport, causing long lines and hour-long waiting periods just to get past baggage claim. On Thursday afternoon, pictures of the Aruba Airport baggage claim area went viral on social media as passengers were waiting in what seemed to be an endless line to get out and start their vacation. This congestion was due to a 2-day rigorous baggage check by Aruban Customs. However, this initiative was poorly timed due to the fact that there was an overflow of passenger traffic leading up to the Soul Beach Festival over the weekend. Visitors were in shock, and with no compensation, it left these tourists with a poor first impression of our island. Island and airport officials state that they regret the situation and decision that was made to do these rigorous checks during the popular festival, where visitors waited a minimum of 1 hour and 20 minutes to get past the line. Another factor contributing to the lengthy process was the fact that there was not enough staff doing these controls. Spectators claim there were only 2 to 3 officers checking baggages at the exit. However, in the defense of the Aruban Customs, for several years now, American visitors have been overlooked when going through these checks. Planes coming from the U.S. are usually given a type of free pass when exiting the airport. This has led to many cases of visitors abusing the system by bringing in drugs, weapons, and undeclared items. Often, Aruban officials are trained, in fact, to steer away from conflict with American visitors to avoid damaging the image of a one happy island. This is also often the case when it comes to local police force. As a result, the checks that were conducted this week shed light on this issue with many weapons, drugs, and undeclared items found. And although eventually the Aruba Airport fixed this issue, this is not an unusual situation for airports around the globe to deal with. Recently, the Transportation Security Administration head of security in the United States was fired from his position as long lines at the airports continue to be an issue. The head of security for the U.S. Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, has been removed from his position after the agency was criticized for long lines at airport security checkpoints. Long security lines at U.S. airports this spring have frustrated travelers and caused thousands of passengers to miss flights. TSA has blamed the problem on a lack of security screeners and an increase in passenger volumes. Earlier this month, TSA said it would add screeners at the country's busiest airports. About 231 million passengers will fly on U.S. airlines from June through August. This is up 4% from the same period last year. We'll be back with more 15 on 15 after a quick commercial break. When we come back from the break, Chewbacca Mom gets the best week of her life. Thank you for staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. The Chewbacca Mom who took the internet by storm by simply overflowing with joy is having the best week of her life. Here's why.
Julie. Okay, here we go. So, yes! Oh, I'm such a happy Chewbacca!
You know, I have got places to go. I got to disagree. I think, can I give you one director's note? It's less like this. And it's more like this.
Look at that. My world is officially the weirdest thing in the entire galaxy. I am at Facebook headquarters right now. They gave me a plaque that says Facebook star, Candace Payne. Okay, I went to Kohl's today. Okay, I'm in a parking lot and people are literally looking at me like crazy.
On another note, this week the Caribbean Festival made its official debut after a 5-month hiatus. Local visitors and island officials flooded the streets of St. Nicholas to inaugurate this year's Caribbean Festival. Most visitors don't have the opportunity to experience Aruba's cultural highlights of the year, Carnival, but now you can discover the colorful spirit of Aruba's Carnival and island culture every Thursday evening. During the 2016 inauguration, island officials, beauty queens, and Carnival pros were present to celebrate the initiative. Throughout the festival, local vendors from St. Nicholas put their local products on display for visitors to learn a little bit more about what St. Nicholas has to offer. The night's treats included traditional homemade cuisine and a parade of glittery dancers showcasing many of our past carnival's gorgeous costumes. In the center of the activities, a stage area where spectators can relax and enjoy the local entertainers. The main street is closed to traffic, becoming a pedestrian mall filled with colorful booths with fun activities for the entire family. Tourists can purchase a package at their hotel, including round-trip transportation. This is a great opportunity to spend an evening with the locals and enjoy a taste of our culture at the Caribbean Festival. On another note, last summer, social media was dominated by videos of people having a bucket of ice-cold water poured over their head. In the name of science, of course, this was called the Ice Bucket Challenge. Videos were shared, friends were nominated, and countless celebrities were involved. But did it even actually make a difference? Well, this week, researchers have made a breakthrough due to the incredible amount raised. Turns out that the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge actually led to a major breakthrough. What scientists found could slow down or stop the disease. The challenge raised $220 million for research. The money let them pursue high-risk, high-reward experiments that help to better understand the faulty protein that leads to ALS. So you might have thought that the Ice Bucket Challenge was dumb, but the 15,000 Americans living with ALS are probably pretty grateful for social media. On another note, when it comes to building houses, architects and firms will continually keep looking for a new way to take into account environmentally conscious designs and sustainability. This is especially interesting to Aruba, who is striving to become 100% self-sustainable by 2020. Robert Brazeau is a creator and owner of plastic bottle villages around the globe, and he wants to take a unique approach by using discarded plastic bottles to build an entire community in Panama.
The objective is not only the cost, is to eliminate the bottle. If we're going to be drinking from bottle because we got to that point, we need to use the same bottle to make shelters because we need shelters. So let's eliminate one with the other one. I'm really looking forward to make a training center over here, and I want to train people from everywhere in the world.
We'll be back with more 15 on 15 after a word from one of our sponsors. After the break, the U.S. Nationwide Spelling Bee has announced its winners, but this 6-year-old took home all the fame. Thank you for staying with us right here on Channel 15 ATV. Each year, the United States has a nationwide spelling bee for grade schoolers. This year, the competition ended in a tie between a 13-year-old and an 11-year-old, spelling words most of us can't even pronounce. But that was not the highlight of the event. No, that was Akash Vukoti, the competition's youngest contestant ever, and he is just adorable. Check it out.
So I was very little, about 1.5. My uncle gave me a spoon. I spelled it S-P-O-O-N. And that's it. That's how it started. But my first spelling bee was 2.5. Okay, pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcaniconiosis. Pneumonoultra microscopic pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcaniconiosis. So just get the letters in my mind. As I say the letters come out of my mind, and I say the first letter every time the letters come out.
Thank you so much for watching. These were your local news updates and trending Aruba topics. Be sure to like our 15 on 15 Facebook and Instagram page for all of your latest news updates. Also, don't forget to tune back in Monday night at 7:15 p.m. for more 15 on 15 right here on Channel 15 ATV. See you then.